Right, let me add you. Let me turn on the screen share. All right. Can you see the game now?
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I can see your monitor and stuff.
Oh, you can't see the game?
No, I can't see the game.
Okay, let me put it on borderless window. All right, now you should be able to see it.
Yeah, I can see in game. Yeah.
Okay. Where is the brightness?
It looks fine to me.
It's kind of dark for me at the moment. Let me see. What was it? Uh, Monitor, not gamma. Matte, matte, gamma. Monitor. All right, whatever.
Huh.
Okay. Let me just forward. So what you are 2 point. Oh my god, this is so loud. You are 2.5k.
Yeah, yeah.
So at this MMR, what I like to focus on mostly is the first 10 minutes of the
Okay.
game, because I believe that the first 10 minutes are the most important at this MMR. If you win in the first 10 minutes, if you win all the lanes, or if you win wherever you are, then you've probably won the game. And if you do poorly in the first 10 minutes, then there's a pretty damn high chance you just lost the game. And
Okay.
and because at 2.5k there's a huge skill gap. So there's so many things you need to focus on. So it's best to focus on one thing at a time. Now, since you're playing support, that makes focusing on things a lot easier, because there's not a lot of things to focus on. There's just a few things to focus on, and it takes a long time to perfect those things. So you picked. Do you just normally pick Lion like?
No, I just pick what I want.
Okay, you don't spam heroes or anything like that.
No, no,
Okay,
no,
but
no.
you're playing a lot of carry recently, so
But I really want to learn better support.
okay. Um, One tip though, at this MMR, playing support might not be the best idea, because you might what support does. The role of the support is to enable the carry. Obviously, support the carry. How your role as a support is to make sure your carry doesn't die. He gets the best farm possible. He gets the best life possible in the first 10 to 15 minutes, so that he's able to get his items up, his levels up, and he's able to carry. Now, even if you're playing the best support in the world, if your carry is shit, then you can have the best early game. You can have the best, everything, and you're just gonna lose because your carry just didn't know how to last hit. So if you are trying to get out of the 2.5 MMR bracket, then you are best playing. You're best off playing carry or mid. But obviously, if you stack with friends, that's a different story. Otherwise, anyways, playing support is still really important, because even if you're playing carry, um, generally it's important to know how support functions, because it'll actually help you play carry even better.
Yeah.
All right, let me just look at the draft here. They have at 2.5k. It actually doesn't really matter, because there's no strategy involved. I'm sure they didn't pick Furion and Slark because they wanted to push. They just picked whatever they wanted to pick.
Yeah, whatever they want.
So I'm not gonna focus on the picks here right now. So let me look at the player perspective. So you grab a TP, you grab a ward, and you immediately TP bot. Now, this would be, you probably watched a few tournaments,
Yeah.
right? And you're trying to copy them. This is, I definitely do not advise you do this ever
Oh, okay.
until you get to 6k.
Uh-huh.
Literally, we don't even do that in my bracket.
Alright.
Secondly, sentries don't generally need you. If you got the sentries because of bounty hunter, that's a different story. But if
Yeah, that's why I got them.
okay, then it's a different story. Now you've come here to this lane. You have absolutely no items. You're getting a courier to bring you items. That's wrong. In your bracket, because you want to have as much fun. All right, let me see what you do. Do you, if you pull, if you stack, if you get experience and farm that way? But generally, you're not going to get a lot of farm experience. Your items, you want to leave your courier for your mid. Always, always, always leave your courier for the mid.
Okay.
Right. So you don't want to be bringing your things over like this, especially at this stage of the game, because you don't know where the enemy are. They might be anywhere at any skill bracket. It doesn't matter, especially at the lower skill where you actually really don't know where the hell the enemy might be. They might be standing here, might have watched a tournament replay and might have just smoked and sat here waiting for you guys to come and they snipe your courier.
Yeah.
So
he died. It's feeding.
yeah, well, feed is gonna be. I just had a horrible game just now. It was.
Oh.
Yeah, mid alchemist fed invoker 4 times in 5 minutes. So yeah, these things happen at every single MMR bracket. All right, you know these things. You're trying to zone out the offlaner, although there's no point zoning out Furion, because he's got treants, and there is absolutely no way. You probably might have heard, because you've watched tournaments. You probably might have heard trading hits.
Yeah.
So you can't trading hits effectively means that you both are hitting each other in such a way that if you want to win the trade, then you have to have more regen or more right clicks hit, like right click damage. That's really good. You guys are able to get that kill. Hold on, let me go over this one more time. Right. So trading hits. You've got 3 tangos.
Yeah.
And he has 4 tangos right now. He has. Wait, why is it not? Thank you, Reborn. Okay, so it doesn't change the picture. He has 57. What do you call it? Damage, and you have 54 damage. So not only do you have less damage, but you have less regen as well. On top of that, he's got these trees which hit for 23, I think. I think 20, something like 23. Yeah. They hit for 23 to 32. Wow. Okay.
32,
I think they got buffed recently. They hit for a lot of damage, right? So you cannot effectively trade with them. What you should have done at this time is you have another support. The what do you call it? The Omni Knight. So he could have helped Tiny in lane even if Furion is harassing him. So this is 28 minutes. The creeps are going to spawn here. Now, as soon as the creeps spawn, you should have just come here. You should have let Omni soak up this experience, Tiny get the last hits, and right now, you all 3 of you, well, he's out of experience range, which is absolutely wrong. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But right now, you guys are all 3 of you taking the experience of these creeps, and Tiny's getting very little experience. Okay. So what you should have been doing is you should have been here. You should have either stacked this, or because it's Furion, I would you should have either stacked it and at 53 stack it and then pull it at 14, so you get the entire creep wave, or you could have pulled this one immediately at 45 and then pulled this camp over. But because there's a Furion, he's got treants, he's ranged, he can easily take out this camp, or what do you call it, harass you, or he's a general nuisance basically. So
Yeah,
he would have contested. Yeah, he would have easily contested this camp. So I would have just stacked this and pulled it, denied the entire creep wave, and you would have had level 2 just from this camp, and then it was only Tiny and what's his name, Omni Knight, who would have taken this entire creep experience. Now, on the other hand, if, for example, your Omni Knight was stacking, then your right move was to be with your Tiny to harass, not harass Furion. I would not harass Furion just because you cannot really get a good trade off with him. So
I was thinking because it looked like Omni Knight was gonna pull, like he went back there. And
yeah,
I was thinking that I should try and stop him getting in the XP range. And even though I can't trade against him,
yeah.
because we have double stun into heal on stun strike, I thought that if he went in close enough to the wave, we could kill him.
Okay, you actually saw those things. I didn't notice you saw them. Okay, that's good. But the Invoker's level 1 does 75 damage, I believe.
Yeah, it's not very much.
Yeah.
But
So actually 100 damage. When did they? Why am I not keeping up? All right, so 100. Even if it's 100 damage, you guys still don't have. Between you, Omni Knight, and Invoker, you guys don't have enough damage to bring him down. Now, what you had to do, because you were harassing him and you were probably signaling to Tiny as well. Tiny has had to, so far he's got no CS, right? He takes 1 CS, he takes, hope he takes second one, he takes 2 CS, he takes...
Yeah, sure.
1 second. What's he gonna do now? 3 CS. And then he comes to harass and take the kill. Which I think you guys did. Okay, Tiny did get the kill. So Tiny got 3 CS and he got 152 gold, which is almost equal to 3 CS, right? So he's got 6 CS now, but he's missed out 1 CS. Actually, you guys did get a good trade. He's actually got no healing. That's horrible. What my point is going to lead to is that as a carry, you don't really give a shit what your support is doing. You want to farm. You only want to focus on last hits. If there's a possible kill potential and he has to use up 1 or 2 of his skills to get that kill, but in the process he's going to miss 2 CS, that's not really worth it. The reason that is not worth it is because now he's out of mana, he's low in health. Right now he's not, so this was actually a really good trade. But usually what will happen is he'll be half HP and Furion is just going to come back with full HP, full mana, and he's just going to either harass him so much that your carry is going to miss out a lot of CS or be able to kill him, which is extremely bad. So that's why you generally see, even in pro games, that they will try to harass the offlaner and zone him out, but not necessarily kill him with the help of the carry. You will never ever see the carry come out and kill the offlaner unless it's someone like, let me think for for a minute. I can't actually think off the top of my head any offlaner that you would want to bring in and kill with the help of your carry. So generally it's not what you want to do. In this case it was a good thing because Omni Knight was able to heal your Tiny. Actually, if you go back and see, yeah, he was able to heal the Tiny off, otherwise Tiny would have been on half HP.
Okay.
So you want to zone out the offlaner, you want to starve him of experience, but you don't want to necessarily force your carry to come over and kill him.
Okay.
Or if you're dying and your carry can save you, don't ask him to come over.
Okay.
Because you're just gonna confuse him, and you're just gonna, he's gonna be not farming. And I see this a lot in lower MMRs, that the carries just like the carries will be standing here away from the creep wave because the supports will be saying get ready, get ready, get ready, and he's not getting any last hits. He's just waiting for you to make the move. That's totally wrong. You don't want to be that guy. You want to tell the carry to just focus on farming, and you do your job. Okay. You do the pull. See, he's actually doing the pull right now. So you want to harass him and
I don't think he's pulling. I think he's just jungling.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's way far away from pulling.
Yeah.
He can't really jungle. I don't know what the hell he's doing. But if he was pulling, then you want to stun him right away and not let him pull. He actually, I think this ward blocks that camp. See, you've made your carry come over one more time. He missed 1 or 2 CS right now because of that. And constantly you're all here, you're all taking the experience. He's level 3, he's level 2, he's level 2. And this is really good. 1, I have no idea why this guy is still level 1.
Because we spent time harassing him.
Well, that's the thing. He could have just taken the treants out and harassed you quite easily, but he's not doing that.
He's not very good.
Yeah, well, that's good for you. Oh, what?
I don't know what happened.
That would have been a decent play if this guy was level. He is level 3. So why didn't he? That would have been actually a really good play if he'd immediately popped the heal.
He didn't have. It wouldn't have killed him though.
I
don't think so.
Okay, so he's 216. He's 216, and level 2 does pure damage of 180. So let's see.
It wouldn't have killed him.
He could have taken 1 or 2 right clicks.
200 or something. Yeah.
208. Alright, so he would have.
Maybe it was a Sunstrike.
Yeah, not even Sunstrike. He's 208. He goes 1 heal, 180 damage. He's got 20 damage, 20 health left. He just does 1 right click and he does kill him. But he actually had repel on himself. So Tiny actually.
I think that's a bug. I think that's a visual bug.
Oh, is it?
I think so. Because you can't toss him if he's repelled.
No, toss goes through BKB.
Does it?
Yeah, toss goes through BKB. Avalanche doesn't, but toss does.
Oh.
Okay, let's see, what are you doing now? Alright, you've had to go back to I'm not sure I'm not sure if it's important or not at your MMR to know the spawn boxes, because I'm pretty sure you just blocked this camp as well.
No, that doesn't block the camp.
You're 100% sure?
100%, yeah.
Okay, you've looked at the spawn boxes and everything?
Well, I know for sure that if his one doesn't, then mine doesn't. And his
I think his does. No, he stacked.
No, because it's stacked. It's stacked.
I think he stacked it before. Yeah, he stacked it before putting the ward down. Yeah.
Why would he stack it?
See, it's already stacked, and then he puts the ward down. Let me see. Wait. Let's see.
The Dire might want to mine the top.
Okay, yeah, he's stacked. It's already stacked, and then he puts the ward down. And I think he tried to stack it one more time. Did he, or did he not? No, he didn't try to. He's just farming it. Anyway, either way, I'm not sure if it does or doesn't. My thinking is that it does. Actually, okay, this one actually does.
Right.
But I don't know if it's helpful for you or not. I'm not very sure if you guys do a lot of pulling or stacking at 2.5. Because I know for sure that 3k don't. I was coaching the guy earlier at 3k and he didn't even know what stacking was. So.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So far you're doing pretty well. Apart from one thing is experience. You want to let your carry get as much experience. And the second thing, you need to know what the oh, that's a shame. So 3 minutes in, you have boots, but you didn't upgrade the courier. That's also not a good thing, especially because you have 2 supports. You don't. Okay, this is the really hard part about playing support, is that you have to be self-sacrificial. You know, you probably might have seen PPD is actually famous for this. 10 minutes into the game, he'll have less net worth than you have when you start the game.
Uh-huh.
And that's because he will be buying the courier, the wards, upgrading the courier, so you're not able to get a lot of items.
Yeah.
Omni should have. All right, he doesn't have enough gold, but
He
you
bought a
definitely
stupid
do.
recipe.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't really dictate it. You can't focus on other people
Yeah.
at any skill bracket at all. You can't focus on anyone else other than yourself. So it doesn't matter what the other support is doing. You should focus on yourself. You
Okay.
definitely should have upgraded the courier,
Upgrade the courier.
especially because bounties in game.
Couriers are gone.
So in fact, what you should have done is early on you should have stacked this camp, taken out this camp. You were level 2 then. You would have been level 2 then. The time would have been nearly 2 minutes in. I don't know if your invoker went for bottle or not. What did he get? He bought boots. You should have asked your invoker, are you, or checked if he was bringing anything from the courier. If he was, then you should have stopped the courier right here, walked from here to here, got the items from the courier, and delivered it to invoker. That's not
Why can't he stop it at the tier 2 and go back and pick it up?
See, that's the thing with the core position, mid and carry. You guys supports need to support the core positions, which are usually going to be the mid and the carry only, and very rarely the offlane. The offlane will be core when it's an enchantress or a lone druid. However, the mid is probably the hardest lane. He has to get the CS. He has to deal with the one-on-one. He has to avoid the ganks. CS is extremely important for the mid role. He can't go back here all the way back here and come back here. That's like 30 seconds. That's an entire creep wave that he's gonna miss out, and the other enemy is gonna have that whole experience, which is half a level or in one entire level at 2 minutes possibly.
Oh,
So
okay.
he can't do that. But as a support, it's not a bad. It's not the worst thing in the world if you had to do that, especially because there's a bounty in the game. So bounty would have been, think about it this way, bounty's wasting his time more than your time. He's standing here waiting for the courier, and you just come here, take the item, bring it to invoker, and then you go back to doing your own thing. He just wasted his entire life. So you devoided him of getting any experience, getting any objective off. So you have to keep these things in special circumstances, like when there's bounty hunters, and these days the people are doing it with winter wyverns, with what do you call it, phoenixes. So you need to keep an eye out on the map at 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whenever your mid is thinking about bringing the bottle out, and also write it in all chat or something that, dude, be careful, you might get your courier sniped, and at 3 minutes immediately upgrade the courier. So
Okay,
let's see how this went down. Let's see. You got your treads. Sorry, boots.
Took out the Radiant's courier.
Treads.
Yeah, not treads. You got your
Treads
boots.
Lion, new meta.
You have TP. Yeah, you shouldn't have been walking. And also, why did you walk to mid, by the way?
Because why did I walk to mid with TP, or why did I walk to mid in general?
In general.
I don't know. I wanted to see if we could try and kill PA.
Oh, okay.
And then I saw that Bounty was taking courier, so I knew Bounty would be there. So I thought,
Okay.
I
Well,
see going for the rune. So
here in base, your decision making. You have a TP. First of all, you shouldn't have had boots. You should have upgraded the courier. Of course,
Yeah,
we
yeah,
understand that. Secondly, right now wards are off. Wards are definitely off cooldown. So you should have bought wards. You have a TP. You bought wards. You see that your Omni Knight is dead nearly. So he's going to be coming to base. Your Tiny is going to be all by himself against a Furion. He's obviously not a very good Furion. In this case, right now, Tiny can definitely solo versus this particular Furion. But if he was half decent Furion, there's no bloody way Tiny can, you know, at this bracket, solo a Furion and get good farm or any farm at all. So what you're thinking should have been immediately take wards, upgrade courier, and TP here while Omni goes to base. You TP here, you babysit Tiny, you put a ward maybe, you know, rune ward here or wherever you want to put the ward, wherever you think is best. Rune ward is possibly the best idea because in case PA, mid PA, will generally whoever is mid will generally want to gank with a good rune. So you want to have a rune ward, especially at 4 minutes, because 4 minutes is when darkness comes, nighttime, and your vision gets very small. So high possibility of getting ganked at 4 minutes with a decent haste rune or invis rune. So you want to be even more careful at between 4 to 5 minutes, unless you see the mid back in mid.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what you do now. Invis rune, you take the invis rune, that's very good. Oh, no, okay. So you shouldn't have wasted the invis rune. That's great that you got a kill on the offlane, but remember he's not core, mid is core. So you got an invis rune, you could have easily harassed, probably not killed, but harassed the mid, such that he would have had to either go back to base or use his precious gold to get more items. Harassing the offlane, especially an offlaner who you guys have already killed twice and who you're zoning out, it doesn't go much towards winning the game. It's not a big objective.
Yeah, but I let Invoker get the kill, so he gets more money.
That's true. That's true. But now what did the offlaner do? He actually TP'd and he got a kill on your offlane. So really nothing at all happened. How did Omni die?
He TP'd in and was a retard and died. He didn't realize that Slark doesn't give a fuck about repel.
Oh wow. No, he even repelled that much later. He repelled too late. Either way, you should have used that invis rune to harass mid. Even if you didn't end up harassing mid, because the mid obviously knows that you'd have invis, the mid would have had to back off and miss an entire creep wave. That's also achieving a lot for mid. Maybe not that much for this lower MMR, but definitely more than getting a kill off on a Furion who's already low network and net worth, and who was already less than half HP. He wouldn't have been able to go back to lane and contest Tiny or harass Tiny. He would have had to stand here and get whatever he could. So these are things that you need to focus on. That invis rune was a big thing for you. You could have easily ganked mid with it.
Okay.
So you wanna get objectives. You wanna do things that will win you the game. Killing Furion. Furion's job is, these days it's a lot more immediately TP into 2-3-man gank and make it a hero advantage. Suddenly it's 4-man instead of 3-man, or 5-man instead of 4-man.
Yeah.
And mid to late game, his focus is on pushing. Killing him 2, 3, 4 times. Alright, he might have his, whatever item he's going for, he might have it 2 minutes later, 3 minutes later, but his skills are still there. He's still going to be pushing pretty much the same way. So focusing him is not doing much. So these are the things, this is the decision making that should go into your head. You have a lot of spare time as a support. Your Tiny cannot think anything more than 1 right click away, 2 right click away, farming. This is what you need to be thinking of. You need to be telling your other support or mid of potential ganks, oh look, this guy is missing. If Shadow Demon is missing from top, you need to keep an eye out on top, and you see Shadow Demon is missing, you have a TP, and suddenly, because what you're doing is you're just standing there by Tiny, and if Furion comes to hit him, you hit him back. And at the same time, you've got your eye on mid. So as soon as you see Shadow Demon is missing, alright, you tell Tiny, I might be going to mid, or you tell Invoker, alright, SD might be coming to gank you. As soon as you see SD, you immediately TP to mid, and you turn the gank around. Alright, let's see what are you guys doing. Now you guys are camping in mid for what reason, I have no idea why this guy has abandoned. Alright. Oh, wow, actually Tiny died. So you guys have abandoned Tiny. Again, your main focus is caring about Tiny. Is Bounty Hunter invis? Can you not see him or something? Let's see. Yeah, Bounty Hunter is invis. Now, you see that Omni Knight is not with Tiny. You should have been with Tiny. At least one of you should have been with Tiny. And he should have been saying, guys, bounty hunter is here. He just took a right click of me. So as soon as he says that, at least one of you should have gone back immediately. Because there's a Furion in game, there's a bounty hunter in game. If bounty hunter is hitting him, Furion can TP immediately. And not only that, but somebody else could be standing here. Shadow Demon could have been standing here. So they could have easily made it 3-man gank and killed him, but they managed to kill him by himself. So that's really bad. Why is he even standing here by himself? See, if this was me right now, and I knew that actually Furion did come. So if this was me and I knew that Bounty was here, right clicking me, I would have immediately just gone back here and stood here and just yelled at my supports to come and help me, because my job is to farm, and I cannot farm when there's a threat of being ganked or killed. So you guys definitely should have been here with the Tiny.
Okay.
And he does end up dying, and that's not his fault. That's you guys. Oh, that's quite fortunate that the neutral killed him, but that's your and Omni's fault. And because I'm coaching you, I'm gonna say it's your fault, because you see Omni's not here, so you should have been there. Because you obviously cannot, dictate how other people will play. Alright. Alright, if you've seen any of Purge's videos, he would just...
I've seen a few of them.
Yeah, so if he was coaching you right now, he would have actually counted the amount of seconds that you wasted by going here, walking around here, and then walking back here. Because if you just TP'd directly to here at the beginning, you would have shared the experience, you would have been at least level 4, you would have had one more point in mana drain, or, well, preferably mana drain. I hope you level mana drain after this one. So, even though efficiency is the name of the game for the carries, but you guys cannot be so inefficient that you're just walking around looking for things to happen.
I'm just trying to kill Furion.
See, that's the thing. Your job is not to kill Furion. Invoker's job is to kill Furion, or set it up, or gank to kill Furion. Your job is to zone him out and let Tiny farm. Enable Tiny to farm. Because in the late game, if your Tiny does not farm right now, you can kill Furion 10 times. It's not going to count for anything, because your Tiny actually doesn't have farm. Furion is still going to split push. Their carry is going to have farm. So their carry is going to kill your entire team, and then you guys are just going to be screaming at Tiny, oh, it's 40 minutes in and you just have 2 items. And the reason is because in the first 10 minutes, he actually didn't get farm, and that effect just snowballs. Alright, let's see this again.
Oh, this is like chaotic fight.
So you see a chaotic fight here and you TP in immediately. That's not a bad decision to TP into a fight, but you have to see that... Alright. Before you TP into a fight, you have to first make sure that you're not just going to go in and feed. What was that?
Well, I think, like, I see Invoker and Omni fighting, so I'm pretty sure I'm not going to straight away die.
Well, the thing is, you had less than half HP. You couldn't contribute to the fight anyway. So, see, if you had a stun there, you could have stunned him, you could have stunned PA, you could have stunned someone, and contributed to the fight. Right now, you're not contributing anything to the fight, except for 1 or 2 right clicks, which is, not a lot of damage. Again, supports have a lot of time to think, so make sure you make the right decision before you make it. What you should have done here... where is it? What you should have done here is, obviously you know how much mana you have, and right now it looks like you have enough mana for just 1 stun, and your Hex is off cooldown, and you definitely cannot use both of them. Even without calculating how much mana is going to be left after TPing, you should have seen that you've only got 1 stun. If I was you, I would actually not have TP'd in at all. In fact, I would have just pinged. I can't do this. I would have just been pinging them. I cannot come here, or you should have just vocally told them I cannot come. Oh, that's a shame. That's actually a really, really big shame.
It's a misplay.
No, it's not a misplay. It's not a
I think
misplay.
I could have hexed
It's
him.
you could have no. If you'd hexed him, 2.5. Yeah.
Maybe it would have done something.
If you okay, so I don't know if you know, but there's a cast time on the stun, and the hex is immediate.
Yeah, exactly.
So and the hex is 2.5 seconds, whereas this is just 1.6 seconds. So if you had actually hexed him, you would have lived and he would have died.
Yeah.
And that would have been a really sick play. But it's fine. It's not a big deal because Invoker did end up.
She didn't die.
Please. Oh my
I was
god.
a bit confused as to how.
Why did he not? Oh, he's not moving forward. Oh my god. Yeah, these things just. Yeah, these things happen.
Meanwhile, Sark gets super fat.
That was just sad. I mean, all right. So what your what do you call it? Intention was right there was perfect. Was absolutely correct. You look at the mid, you see a fight going on, you TP in. The only issue was that you didn't realize, or you didn't notice, or it all happened really quickly, so you didn't realize that you didn't have enough mana. If you just taken a moment before you TP in, if you just taken a moment to see, or even before you TP in, you should always be aware of what you have. Do you have level 6? Are you 1 point away, one XP away from getting a level 6? What is your situation? You know, these things obviously happen with practice, with time, with experience. If you'd been aware of that, you would have not have TP'd.
Yeah.
If you had full mana, that would have been the absolute 100% correct way. Obviously, you're learning from watching streams or watching tournament replays, because there's no way that a 2.5k MMR support would TP into mid to save his allies. You will definitely be climbing MMR. I have no doubt about that. But these are just small things. If you are making a decision, just make sure that you have the tools to follow up with that decision. Now this guy right here, just because this just happened, and this is similar to what we're talking about. He should know that he's got 2 points in heal. He should know that it does 180 damage, and he should know that this one bar is 250 health. So he's just bloody wasting his heal right there. And if he had healed right now, see, this is the thing. If he had healed right now, he would have damaged PA enough to either scare her off or let whoever's TPing get a kill. Instead, he just dies.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, he doesn't die because PA is stupid. So let me show you what he should have done, because he's also support. Right now he wants to kill him. He sees this bar is 250 health and he knows he's on level 2. He doesn't heal. If he doesn't heal, PA attacks him. He heals himself and PA gets damaged, and either runs away or potentially dies. Now he's lucky he didn't get crit a single time. She hit him like 5 times and she didn't crit. 6 times. She hit him 6 times and she didn't crit. So he's lucky in that regard. But yeah, just in the point of saying, like, you should know what you're doing before you do it. Alright, let's see why you TP'd out up here.
Yeah, I saw Beast Monster was going on. I mean, Stark was going on Beast.
Well, it looks like you were heading there anyway.
Yeah, I was, but he went on him.
Alright, again, I will obviously. I'm gonna be. It'll feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. You guys, both of you supports, are in mid. Your Tiny still all by himself, even though he died. After he died, you should have realized, oh god, I shouldn't leave my carry alone. You should have gone to bot and stayed with Tiny. So you should have been either walking here to Tiny or TP to Tiny, or actually, because he looks fine. You should have
I see that Firen and PA are dead, so I think he's going to be fine for the next 30 seconds at least. Because their team doesn't want to fight right now.
That
They don't even want to gank because like,
it's
Tiny
true
can
that
one hit the bounty.
it's true that no, he can't, because Bounty has invis. What Bounty can do is constantly harass him and not let him farm. That's the issue. It's not about Tiny can one hit him or not. It's about the fact
Well,
that
Tiny can buy dust and then he can one hit him.
no, Tiny's not gonna buy dust. You're gonna buy
Why not?
dust for Tiny.
Yeah, but that means that Tiny can get solo kill. And he doesn't need us. Then we can do other stuff on different lanes.
No. What I'm trying to say is, if you give Tiny dust or you put a sentry down here and then leave Tiny alone, yeah, that's definitely fine. In fact, if you'd done that, you would have been roaming around that without worrying, because if he sees Bounty, he just backs off or does his combo on Bounty or scares him off and Bounty doesn't come in that lane again. But if you don't have a sentry there, do not expect your carry to buy a sentry. Do not expect your carry to buy a observer ward or a dust or smoke or any of those things, because
I think it's reasonable to buy dust on carry in this game. And I agree with the sentries, but I think it's important to buy dust.
I'll tell you something. When I was 6 years ago, I would have 100% agreed with you. In fact, I would have been like, why the hell do carries not buy observer wards? Because they're farming. They're the ones who are getting all the gold. So they can definitely afford a 75 gold observer ward, right? But that's what your job is. That's literally what your job is as a support, to help your carry get the farm, to get all of these small, tiny things out of the way, so that your carry can focus solely on farm. And this is the thing that excels your skill to a whole new level. If you look at a 5k player and a 6k player, and in just the carry, the only difference between the two will be maybe 25 GPM, literally 25 GPM. It's just those few extra creeps that get you the extra mile. Anyway, this reaction of yours, seeing that your teammate is... Did you precast Hex?
Maybe. I'm not sure. I can't remember. We'll see.
Okay, you could have actually precast Hex. It was almost immediate, but it would have been even faster. But again, this decision is perfect, on point. Oh god, this guy still dies. I think he's still gonna die.
I'm walking away and I see him dead. I'm like, oh well, fuck that.
Yeah, well,
maybe.
To be honest,
we do a little dance around the trees.
To be honest, this again, it actually didn't even occur to me that there's a Furion in the game. But of course, when there's a Furion in the game, or when there's a global people, what do you call it, Sunstrike or AAL, all these things, of course you can shout to your what's his name, Beastmaster, dude, watch out for this, watch out for that,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, if a Sunstrike hits you in base, there's not a lot you can do about it.
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate. This is really good that the lane is empty and you're taking up all the experience. This is really good.
Yeah, I wanted to get level 5 or maybe level 6.
Yeah, no, this is perfect. Right, how long have you been in 2.5k?
Not very long.
Right, because
I got down a bit. I got down from 3k.
Why? Like, why do you feel you've gone down?
I don't know. I just haven't been taking it so serious, which is the problem, I guess. Steal the XP.
No, I mean, from what I've seen so far, apart from... Alright, it's 10 minutes in, so let me just now fast forward and see what happens. Because based on what I've seen, I think the PA and the Slark are just... Look at Slark's net worth. He's at a whole almost 2k above your carry.
Yeah.
And their mid and your carry is almost the same. And your mid is just not doing that well. In fact, remember when you had that invis rune, if you'd come and ganked this mid, a Phantom Assassin whose name is AM, if you'd come and harassed him or ganked him or pushed him out of the lane, he would have been 3k and your mid would have been 4k.
Ah,
And look at this. You guys killed Furion how many times? I think twice or 3 times.
yeah.
Four times. You guys killed Furion 4 times, but
And
he's still a higher net worth. Not only is he a higher net worth than your offlane, but I bet you. Okay, your offlane is level 6. He's level 7. He's even a higher level than your offlane. So what it goes to show is that probably their support is doing a good job at top, or did a good job at top, and I think this Slark is just gonna get out of hand in the late game. Let's just. Okay, now he's 3k, nearly 3k above. And it looks like your invoker is not very good because he's actually,
go back and watch this fight maybe.
Alright,
just got his BKB,
nobody.
got a big dick.
Okay, nobody has any vision here. You should have had a observer. What they got? Oh, you guys have no. Okay, you have one observer ward here, and that's it. So you're falling behind in the wards department. So I think one of you has. Okay, he has 2 wards. You have one.
Yeah, he hoarded the wards like through the map.
Yeah, I hate it when supports do that. They just keep, for some reason, they keep the wards in their.
Yeah, when I play carry, I'm like, I tell them, look, just give me the wards.
Yeah, just bloody give me the wards. Seriously, this is extremely bad thing because when you buy the wards, even before you buy the ward, you should know on the map right now where the ward needs to be, right? And if there's enough vision, then you can keep the ward in your inventory. But put the ward there. If one of you would have put the ward here, you guys would have seen the PA coming. And well, you probably wouldn't have backed off anyway. Right, BKB.
Just finished his
Wait,
BKB,
what?
he thinks he's got a big dick.
He's got his BKB. I think that's a bug because it.
No, he popped it.
Oh, he actually did.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm like, please get off me, fuck off. Panic ulti from Omni Knight.
That's like nobody was hitting anyone.
Yeah, he panicked. He's fucking noob. Combos,
That's actually a really good meatball.
Yeah. Look at his BKB timing.
Why did you not? Okay, Invoker had the chance to. Do either of you have sentries? Nobody has sentries. How did you guys kill Bounty then? Oh, he made a mistake. Oh no, he had dust, and he popped dust. I think Omni had dust. Yeah, Omni had dust. He popped dust, and Bounty was right there. And yeah, he popped it right here, I think. I'm sure.
Yeah, he had it.
Yeah, he has it now, and then because I didn't actually see him pop it. Oh, there he pops it. So Tiny just turns on Bounty. That's good. Alright. What's Fury doing? Fury was not doing anything.
Yeah, he was never split pushing. We killed them a lot as 3 or 4, and Furin was never doing what he was supposed to do.
Now this is really good that you actually know that if this is happening, the Furin should have been split pushing. Obviously, it's 2.5k MMR people actually don't know that. You can actually really benefit from playing those split push heroes like Furion, like Anti-Mage, like what do you call it, Morphling and things. Actually, he is pushing right now.
Yeah,
not really split pushing, but he's pushing.
Stark goes an Omni Knight, the retard.
Oh, he almost had his. A bit of a misplay from you.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
You had Hex, you could have hexed Slark here.
He BKB'd, yeah.
No, the Slark. You could, oh, right, yeah, and you were trying to get a impale on both of them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would have been decent.
yeah, he stopped moving. The Slark got stunned by someone or something.
2 down.
Oh look, your tiny's gone up in net worth. It's above 10.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he went up. He got a really fast farm after the beginning.
Well, you guys are killing them, and they were ahead of you. They had higher net worth, so you guys got comeback gold.
Well, we sort of won as 5, and we're pretty strong as 5 compared to them. I mean, they have like pick
Yeah,
heroes,
definitely, you guys are
pushing
stronger.
heroes.
Them dire
Like
buildings
Bounty,
are tough
Prophet,
fields for
the
the
Shadow Demon. They aren't really team.
To be
players.
honest, I haven't seen much of Shadow Demon in here, but
towers having technical difficulties. The dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower.
oh wow, you guys took
7
racks.
in a row.
Wait, while they were taking racks, Furion was trying to push your mid?
I don't know why it was. No, they were just pushing here. They made a big mistake because they went pushing without Slark, and Slark was was split pushing or something, and then
okay,
they
Slark
pushes
is-
forward, Slark is top, so we kill them all, I think.
They were there without their highest net worth. Oh wow, look at that. Furion is actually the second highest in their team, and the third highest. Nice.
6 in a row.
So I'm actually not surprised that you're doing fairly well in the late game decisions compared to the other team.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen so far, and I
Radiant's mid-range
don't
is taking the lick.
think that it's going to take you long to get to 3.5k.
Uh-huh.
I think playing support might be a bit tough. Playing support.
Okay.
So my advice to you would definitely be pick a. If you like playing support, then it doesn't really matter because it's a game. You know, you wanna enjoy.
Yeah.
You wanna have fun doing it. So if you wanna play support, that's perfectly fine. Just you need to iron out these few things at your bracket. You need to make sure that you get your carry as much farm as possible. Don't focus on getting kills. Focus on getting your carry farmed. Focus on zoning out the offlaner. Not just because you want to deprive him of farm, but most importantly, your focus, your intention should be because you want your carry to have a complete free farm, as if this is a bloody custom lobby and he's like trying to get the most last hits possible. So that's what your like intention in your mind should be, that your carry has to have the best possible lane, best possible farm that he can. And if you see that your carry is doing decently and you've zoned out the offlaner and it's 2-3 minutes in, you know, you want to have a TP ready. Doesn't matter if you have boots or not. You have a stun, you have a hex. You want to have a TP ready, and you want to be ready to TP into mid to save your mid. And if you have a core offlaner, you want to be ready to TP to the offlane as well. Now, in this case, Beastmaster, if Beastmaster was getting gone on, it was 3 minutes in, you were standing here with Tiny, you should not TP to help Beastmaster in the offlane. He's not a core hero in this particular game. So it's just these things. And before you TP to save someone, just make sure that you know what levels your skills are. You know how much damage or how long a stun they can do before you TP in to assist your team. Your positioning is actually phenomenal here. You're sitting enough further enough from your team to be able to use your abilities when somebody like Pa, if she blinks on Tiny, you can easily go and hex him. But if you were standing here like everybody else is, like right clicking the racks, Pa can just blink on you and kill you and remove you from the fight, and suddenly the disabler is no longer there. So then your carry is just gonna die. So yeah, your decisions are pretty much on point. It's just you need to think before you
It's
make
quite
action.
funny now. I think the Slark goes in their woods, and we go into their woods, and I have double hex, so we kill him. Pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Soon enough.
Oh wow, you're super farmed.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
yeah, so that's about it. I think I'm gonna close the video now.
Okay.
Thank you
Yeah,
guys.
thank you very much. Yeah,
Win
it
the
was
game.
really helpful. I
All
learned
right.
a lot of stuff. Can I like write you a positive review or something?
Unfortunately, no, you can't, because if you don't pay for it, you can't put a review down.
Okay.
It's fine. Not a big deal.
Well, you know, I'll write you something on the joint Dota thing actually.
All
You
right,
can write.
thank you very much. I really
Um,
appreciate it. So I take it you're not gonna get another take another
I'm gonna
lesson.
think about it. I'm not
All
saying
right.
no.
You don't need to. You don't. If you recommend somebody else, I'll give you another replay analysis.
Sure, sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay then.
definitely.
Sorry,
Okay.
what's your name? Wait, Spirit. All right, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Best of luck.
Thank you
And
very
if you need
much.
any small tips or whatever,
Sure.
just message me. I'll reply to you. Okay.